Hello, hello, hello. Make sure microphone should be fixed now. Good, good, good. Hey guys, how is everyone? Yo, good morning. Everyone calm down. Yeah, it's been since last week Wednesday. I was sick. Yeah. Guys, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Chat. First, press the like button. Say good morning. Then we get to the questions. So if everybody could just start with good morning. How was your weekend? Shall we start with that, okay? Good morning. How was your weekend? Exactly. Good morning, guys. That's better. Not? It gets you. Crypto adrenaline. What did I just say? We're starting with a good morning. We're gonna have a bit of a conversation, and then I'm gonna answer all of your questions. So don't get your pennies in a fuss. Don't get completely overly excited. Don't get completely FOMO'd. My weekend was good, Number. How have you been? How has the rest been? Did everyone have a good weekend? Did everyone survive the Sunday evening dump? Yeah? Good. If everyone survived the dump and everyone's doing good. Last week I was sick. So I was feeling a bit under the weather. Currently I'm back. I'm feeling good, feeling healthy. I got my new car on Thursday. That's why I didn't stream on Thursday. And Friday I wasn't feeling good. I was sick. And now everything is good. The new car is absolutely awesome. So, yes, as everyone could read, on X, we are starting a new challenge. We're gonna try to double the money every day. So that means that we start with 1k, 2k, 4k, 8k, 16k, 32, 64, 128. That's why it's the 1k to 128k challenge. Yes, I'm well now. Thank you for asking. Greatly appreciated. Good morning, brother. How many hours sleep a day? Definitely not enough. Definitely not enough. So, as we can all see, today it's a bit of a rough day, no? Yes, I'm in a long. It's just small. It's 100x, but it's a very, very small long to see if we can make some money and just to have a bit of movement going on the screen. I had a bit of a fever and a bit of a cold, so it was nothing severe, to be honest. So nothing to worry about. Yeah. What happened yesterday, guys? Did we all see that? Did we all see this? 900 million getting liquidated prior to anything opening. Crazy, no? I think it's crazy. Yeah, I see your questions. I'm just gonna ignore it for a bit. So why are we longing? Well, we liquidated 787 million in longs. And we perfectly held the 91.8, which lines up with the EMA lines. You know what? Because everyone is absolutely crazy for this position. Market closed. Here we are. No open positions. That better for everyone. So we don't get fucking stressed out. Yeah? Good. Yeah? So I'll make it 1k. Make sure that it nicely shows 1,000 in the balance. So everyone can everyone relax now? We all good? Good. Now I have everyone's undivided attention. and before everyone gets his absolute pennies in a bunch, today I think we're gonna do slightly more education than normal. Why? We have no New York opening. We don't have the New York violence. We don't have the New York influx. So it's gonna be a bit of a slow day. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, world keeps spinning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I'm feeling good, but currently I'm making new versions of the indicator. I don't do one-on-one coaching, man. No New York. No. If you guys checked the calendar, let me fast forward a bit to today. Bank holiday in the US. So, no New York. Which means it's even more dangerous. We're hovering slightly around 93k. And honestly, if I don't see a move either retesting the 98.18, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm using OKX because I'm from the Philippines. Is it okay? I don't know, man. If it works for you, you do you. I absolutely have no opinion about what you're using or what you're doing. If you want to follow the 50k challenge, it's a different thing. So, let me explain. We're gonna start 2 new challenges pretty soon. First one is the 1k to 128k challenge. Guys, full disclaimer, this is an insanely risky challenge. Why is my cam so small? Give me a second here. Well, it looks like it's boxed in. That might explain. Give me a second. It's still that small, right? Does the corners around it. Did it used to have that? Let me restart my camera. I feel like I didn't have these black boundaries around it, right? Or did it? Huh. Interesting. What's your screen monitor? I don't know what you're meaning, man. Oh well, we'll leave it at that. So we're gonna do 2 challenges. One is the 1k to 128k challenge, and full disclaimer, this one is insanely risk on. And what do I mean with it? It's stupidly risk on. So it's high risk, but it's high reward. And what is the goal? The goal is to double 1k every day until we reach 128. Ciao, Luca. So it means 7 doubles, so 7 days in a row, or at least 7 days of trading, where we double money. So we start with 1, we aim for 2, from 2 to 4, from 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64, 64 to 128. It's probably the most insane and crazy challenge I have ever done, or I've ever tried or attempted to do. So guys, Don't full port this shit. Don't ape in. Don't go absolutely crazy. And I know I'm talking to half deaf people here. But do it at your own risk. We clear on that? Next, as of February 1st, I'm going to start the 200k to 2 million challenge. This one is going to be completely opposite of the 1k challenge. Why? It's going to be well managed, well risked, and it's going to be like it's supposed to be. If you have 50k or more, camera, stop zooming. If you have 50k or more, send me a DM. We're setting up everything right now. We're making groups, we're making inner circle, we're making... Why does the thing keep on doing this? We're gonna make sure that the people with 50k or more can enroll. So if you have 50k or more, you want to participate in this challenge, send me a DM on any of the platforms and we will slowly start setting you up. And this is gonna be from the 1st of February. That's basically it. Where did my indicator go? My indicator is still there. It just got an absolute upgrade. It now shows the test. It now shows bearish or bullish. And we're adding some climaxing candles to it and some EMAs to see if that actually works. As you can see here, the EMA was perfectly tapped as well to the bottom. And currently I'm not in a position. Why? Because I absolutely see nothing. DM you, Shay, you have to accept friend request first. What's your name? Because someone just DM'd me right after you, asking for money again. As yeah, marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. But that's fine. So, trading today. I'm looking at a more like Q&A sort of setting. Since New York is not gonna open. 3% I made 160% using Valvera POC. Okay, we can discuss it. Bull Market Mastery, send me a DM and we will backtest it. Even Eve Gen, yeah, that's fine, but I'm still gonna do the adult trading, since especially with 200k, I'm gonna be an absolute adult. So yeah, would I long the retest of 91.8? Absolutely, 100% blindly. I would long 91.8 yet again, but as of now, we're completely trapped in a range. So let's see what we can bring with this stream. Let's see what we can do. And let's work from there. I hope everyone had a good weekend. That pose is more like a joke. Would love to see both sides. Your streams are very entertaining. Thank you very much, my friend. So the thing is, right now, it looks like there's no volume to push us further up. And we keep on rejecting the 93k. So I'm contemplating a short here, to be honest. And I just want to see what's actually going to happen. So I'm going to enter this short. I don't know why I just made a limit out of it. Why? Because it keeps on rejecting. It's going to be a 1 Bitcoin short. So it's an absolutely small position. Take profit is going to be 91,800. and we'll just let it run for a bit. How'd you call the 91.8 so perfectly? It's based on experience and based on what I saw coming. Like at a certain point, you can just see volume coming down. And especially on the 1 hour, there was a huge gap to be filled here. And the 91.8 perfectly aligned with the bottom of this channel. So that's why I 95% was sure that we were going to hit this, because this was a hold level that got immediately broken. How'd you go? Private channel need to pay? No, tell me more. It's absolutely free. Same as everything else. We do everything absolutely for free. Can you food port 200k on the next CPI? I could, but it doesn't sound like a very wise decision. I now have a 100x BDC short indeed. So that's what I have open currently. Where can we get the indicator? Nowhere yet, because if I build something, I want it to be absolutely perfect and I want it to be working. And as of now, it's not working to my likings. So it's unavailable because it's, yeah, I don't know. So what's interesting to see is if we look at EMA lines and if we look at order blocks, we could see a couple of scenarios. And I'm just going to mark them off on different time frames, so you guys going to have an idea of how I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, etc. Have you ever participated in Polymarket, the arbitrage? This is insane. You have a high time frame bias, experimenting now, but I don't know if I'm a DJing gambler or it's actually a feasible strategy. Juan Morlo, I have absolutely no answer to your question because I haven't touched it. So on a high time frame, looking at the EMA lines, something like this would be feasible on the 1 hour. Where we going, mouse? Where we going with this? On the 4 hour whatsoever, before another bounce or before even an actual move up again, it's either this direction. Bruh. It's either upwards to here, but it seems unlikely since we're rejecting. So my preferred path would be 91.8 retest again, small bounce, maybe into this order block. So the time frames are currently not aligning. That makes it pretty complex. If I look at lower time frames, I think we are definitely flipping even bearish. If I look at the 1 hour, if we don't pull up pretty fast, it's not gonna look that good. Gap up on the ES. Bro, it's a bank holiday. I don't know what we're gapping to. You know, we only have Canada numbers and they're already out. They didn't do anything. So I'm using it to hedge my BDC trade. Bro, but if you feel the need to hedge everything in all the trades you do, how are you making profit? If you're hedging against your Bitcoin trade. Like Juan Morlo, explain to me your methodology of making profit, or you're just trying to farm fees. What made you hyper bullish yesterday before the crash? You said was seeing something. What I was seeing was, let me get this shit off. Why I was bullish, and especially if you look back in time, this region here rejected once, but it already looked that it was semi-breaking out of this complete region. So what would be, or what would have made sense? Good morning, English. Why not from here go to 98, then range back a bit, test again the 100, and then go back down. There was no legitimate reason for it to keep it here. If we look at the liquidations and if we look at the heat map, press the right button. Thank you. I'm now in a 200x short. Why? Because I can. Bro, I can't find the buttons. My brain is still fried. If we look at the 99k region, there's 2 billion, right? So 99k has 2 billion in liquidations. 84k has 4 billion, I agree. But yesterday from 95 to 98 was only a 3k pump. Now still, if we want to have semi-same return, oh, short is doing pretty well. If we want to have same return, we still need to go to 88k, and 88k is still 4k away as well. But now, yeah, the liquidations are piling in. We liquidated quite the amount yesterday evening. So I don't think it was that crazy of a move to expect us to indeed go further up. Why? Because there is max pain levels laying there. And there is some decent liquidity. What leverage do you use? I'm now currently trading on 100x to make it a bit more fun. So, guys, 280 people in already prior that we even hit New York hour, which is pretty fantastic. One small ask, we only have 59 likes. I think we can do way better than that with all of us. And I'm gonna provide a lot of education, a lot of insights, a lot of questions, a lot of Q&A today. So it would be insane if all of you could start hitting that like button. It's absolutely free. It's not costing you anything. Just a move of the mouse and a little thumbs up. Wasn't this channel like 300 subscriptions? Yeah, it was. We're back to $100 up. We're still below 99 or 93. Currently, I'm not seeing much. Done 100x low. Yeah, bro, it's just 1k account. 110 likes. We can do better than this, guys. I have full faith in us. We can do better. 40 likes just like that. Yeah. Right. We streamed 200k to 2 million. I absolutely will stream the 200k to 2 million challenge as well. But not every trade, because I only stream during the New York hours. So everyone who wants to be in the inner circle, everyone with more than 50k, send me a DM. Is this bounce enough? I don't know, man. Honestly, on the 4 hour, this bounce looks like absolutely nothing. But everyone is short again. And it feels too easy to just let the shorts win. 125 likes. Let's get 25 more and then we'll continue onwards with the story. Private circle needs to pay. Tell me more. Everything is free. There will not be a payment for the private circle. 23 more likes. What platform can I trade in New York? You mean like New York hours, or if you're actually situated in New York? Hi Shanta, why 128k? Because it's 7-day doubles. So this challenge will consist out of doubling money 7 days in a row, or at least in 7 days trading. That's the goal. And then between 50 and 200 leverage. Because we can, and we will. That's why. So if you start 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. That's why. Yeah, I know New York is not opening. That's what I'm saying. New York is completely closed off today. So yeah, doesn't mean that it can be an interesting day due to the fact that we have way less liquidity in the markets today. To everyone who is celebrating the public holiday, congratulations. 134 likes. Can we get 16 likes more? CPI Canada was bullish, by the way, an hour ago. Yeah, but it's not really interfering much as of yet. Huh. Just making a nice little order cluster here. If you get liquidated, where you restart? Yes. Listen, guys, it's a challenge. The word says it. It's not a trading competition. It's not acting to be the prettiest guy in class. I try to do extreme things. The 200k to 2 million challenge is absolutely well risk managed. You were short and right last Thursday. I absolutely was. When everyone was hating on me that price would go absolutely to the moon, I was the only dickhead shorting and saying that something was off and the volume wasn't right. So don't pee, please. Yeah. Can you explain why the need for inner circle instead of making it public to the Discord at least? I don't know if you read the Discord and the amount of pings I get, but for 200k to 2 million, I need to focus. And I know that people with 50k plus have a different mindset, a different methodology, and a different opinion than the people with $100. And that's not meant in a discriminating way or whatever, but I cannot have 200 people not being able to keep their composure and getting pinged 600 times a day about, are you still long? Are you still short? Are you still in a position? What should we do? Shantu, please send me money. I cannot have that. So I will update the Discord. I will post trades whenever I feel like I should share this trade with the Discord as well. But the people in the inner circle is going to be different. So, listen, if people can't understand that, I can't help them. But yeah, that's the reasoning behind it. I'm more than grateful for everyone tuning in. I'm more than happy for everyone joining us. But yeah, it can't continue like the way it is continuing with everything. Yeah, bro, I swear to you, the amount of times people ask me for money are off the charts. Even though after I publicly asked them not to do it. Yeah, it might not even be an exaggeration, to be honest. Wise planning. Yeah, so I want to help everyone. I'm here to support everyone. I'm here to be here for everyone. I will still do the calls. I will do the live streams. Nothing will change. It's just that a certain group of people with 50k or more will get some more attention. Right? I think that's fair, right? I don't think anything or any wrongdoing is going on there. Do you believe more in irrigation? Bro, right now I'm seeing so many... I'm seeing such weird stuff in irrigated trade, to be honest. I see red volume coming in. I see I see Coinbase buying. I see Binance selling. Yeah, bro, I'm just waiting. It's up $100. It's 10%, so 0.1 from entry. You forgot something in that message. People with 50 or more and Hoetje. Yeah, and Hoetje. I know, buddy. What leverage will you be using for the... It's a 200k challenge, man. The minimum requirement is 50k to join us. I will mostly be situated between 5 and 15 leverage. But nothing is getting full ported. So that will probably mean 10%, 5% of port on 10x, 5x, 15x, within that ballpark. Anything else feels over-risked, and this challenge is about having the correct and right risk management. So it will be completely differently situated than what I'm doing with the 1k challenge right now and what I've did in the past. You cannot just have 20, 30, 40, 50, how many people with 200k hammer the charts and go absolutely mental at it. This is where I prove what actual trading is about. And actual trading is not about putting your portfolio multiple times in the market, like people are abusing leverage. Leverage should be used to correctly position size yourself, to correctly do position calculatings and do correct market exposure. Hence why we do it with a select group, because I'm not gonna explain this to everyone 14,000 times. So yes, it will have benefits for them as well. It will be a learning curve as well. And it's gonna be completely different than what people are used to seeing here. I think Binance volume is enough for scalp. Bro, every volume is enough for scalp. But the question is if the scalp is worth it or not. And right now I'm just looking at absolutely horrendous stuff. Do you have any documentation or YouTube channel that you recommend for started learning? I'm bringing out educational as we speak. The first 2 videos are already on X. And I think the first one is going to be on YouTube soon as well. And they are about the use of irrigated trade. Bro, is it just going to bluntly pump back up again? Bruh, absolute dog shit coin. We cannot scrape anything out of this. I can barely get my fees back like this. 400 viewers today. Let's go. Bro, we already passed 400. So if we want to set a new goal, we have to be at 500. We had 465 last Tuesday or Wednesday. Where you go in with full volume of 50k in the first trade? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bro, this is a 2-3 year project for me. It's not something I do overnight and bluntly go in. It might be 1 trade a month, to be honest. How many rum and cokes do you drink a day? Asking for a friend. Bro, none of them. Yo, Sheldon, how are you, my friend? How you been? You still in the hospital? If we break this little project here, I'm gonna close my long. What do you think caused yesterday's dump? Trump. Listen, Trump is an absolute danger to the current society in the US, in my opinion, and to the global economy. Oh yeah, it's pumping back up again without any volume. I'm just gonna let this trade run so we have something in the background. I stay in hospital. Oh man, Sheldon, I hope you get well pretty soon, and I hope nothing is too severe. And as soon as I can, I'm gonna be out in Cape Town, and we're gonna make a shit ton of amazing content together. But first, get well, bro. Hopefully soon. Look, bro, what do you think? Great opportunity to start altcoin season. Bro, it's a great opportunity to stop touching altcoins forever. Please, just stop touching that stuff. Look at this absolute dead range. 1.17% range. Instant gratification trade is what chat wants. 2-3 year project is a foreign thing. Yeah. Listen, that's why I'm running multiple challenges, because I know that most of you are only interested in absolute Degen stuff. So I think this is my current demographics. 30% wants extra education, wants large port trades, and wants to see something. 40% wants me to absolutely semi-gamble and just high risk, high reward. And the other 30% just wants to see me get liquidated. So with the current offering and the current menu that we're having, bro, close short, you can see on the damn screen that it's still running. So with the current offering and the current menu, we have something for who wants education, who wants to grow, and was an actual decent port. We have something for the people who are, I don't know, less risk averse. And we have an offering for the people who want to see me get liquidated. Because there's a big chance we will get liquidated at a certain point with these risks. Focus on the good one, leave them alone. I will. I do my own thing. I want to provide valuable content and I want to provide value. Daniel, I'm still looking into all the different order flow platforms. But there's so many developing and so many coming in right now. I have yet to pick one and yet to see which one might be the most feasible. Guys, 320 live viewers, which is absolutely amazing. But only less of them press the like button. Yeah, entry price, please. Bro, guys, I'm gonna ask you from now on to start reading the screen quite a lot better. I have no issue with explaining certain issues 10, 15 times. But I'm gonna stop sitting here repeating my entry price 319 times. My entry price is 92,933. You can see it on the screen. Yeah, exactly. Uche, indeed. Guys, push the likes. Come on, let's break the 200 like barrier as soon as possible, so to have that over with, and then we can go back to charting. It's absolutely free. A like costs nothing. It's all we're asking, and it helps me to grow my YouTube channel and to achieve our further goals within this industry. And as you know, my goal is to keep everything for free. Yeah. And if you're liking it, I don't see a reason not to. Just subscribe. Do you look at liquidity levels when trading? I look at actual order flow. So I want to see what is price doing at certain levels. I do look at volume profile. The multi-volume distribution profile from Zierman. This question will come 914 times more today, but that's fine. And as of right now, the biggest volume node is indeed at the 85k, but right now we're also at a volume node. So how did I know that we should long 91.8 to the dot? Well, it's only two levels that make sense. And what did it do? It teleported from one to the second. And why? Because it always overshoots slightly the next one before going back to consolidating here, and then it's gonna make or choose a direction. It's either gonna be one of these two levels. It's either gonna go to this volume node, or it's going back up to this volume node. It's one of the two. Like, there's literally not much going to be in between those two. Why? It's impossible, because there's no market volume. So there's nothing the market can go to otherwise. That makes zero sense. How did you buy the Dogecoin in at the first price? What's up, amigo? Been trying to get some long actions with about 70k at 1x, and it's been a tough road. I bet. But why are you looking for long actions? So with your main port while trading, you prefer to take bigger swing trades on lower leverage, or do you still scalp? Listen, my main does like 4 trades a year. One, I'm too busy right now. Secondly, I scale in hugely. So I build positions between 80 and 100 Bitcoin. And I build them over a range of 20, 30k. So I will start building from 85. So these are going to be my buy levels. I will start at, like, let's say I start at 82. And then how I build is 82, 78, 74, 70, 66. And this is how I build. So I build throughout a range. So I'm going to build probably this whole range, and that's 20 to 25%. Maybe even this range, 23%. And then it's going to be like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 Bitcoin. So this whole range will dollar cost average me to approximately 72k. At least that's my goal, if we are indeed going there. And I can hold it, or at least I will invalidate it below 60. And then from 60, 58, 56, 54, 52, 50, I will start building again. And if that one invalidates, then I lose like 30% of my port. But I will build this on pretty low leverage, because you need about a 7 million to 7.2 million position to get 100 Bitcoin. So I won't be going above 7 to 10 leverage. And that's pretty okay exposure-wise, to be honest. I'm new here. Do you have risk management, or what is it? Can you explain what you do? I do have risk management depending on the position I'm doing and the port I'm doing. As you guys know, with the 1k challenges, I just risk it all. And if it doesn't work, we just restart it. Because that's easiest for me. I'm using Robinhood and Con short for some reason. So longs are my only option. I need to jump into TradingView and figure something else out. Bro, if you can only long, it's only a matter of spreading your entries. And I always like to, if you dollar cost average, make sure that you dollar cost average like bottom heavy. So that means the lower you go, the bigger your position size gets. So yeah, bro, how much did you put in? You can actually see it at the large part of the screen, the 935 bucks. If you can't read that, yeah. I don't know what to say, man. Still 100 bucks. New York would normally open in 2 minutes, but it's not gonna open. It's gonna pump back up. It looks like it's gonna be a dreadful day, but it might be deceiving. Yo, I'm late. What have been missing? Open short. Yeah, you missed the short that is now barely covering fees. I'm on the phone. I can't see. Yeah. Where you learn how this patience with shadows, bro. The only way to manage big positions, manage big portfolios, and either run a fund or do large challenges is having a shit ton of patience. It's pretty easy, to be honest. What leverage are you using currently? I'm on 100x. Listen, if not much will happen on New York Open, I'm gonna close this position and then we're gonna do how many accounts do you usually keep at the same time? Do you have like low time frame accounts and high time frame? I have a couple scalping accounts. Like this is my scalping account that now holds like 74k ish. I have 2 more 100k accounts and then I have my main account. And I just use whatever I feel fit in terms of margin and in terms of what is needed. Well, it's gonna go back into this range yet again. Oh. New York is not opening, but Canada is opening. What's the biggest learning curve to take you being profitable good? The thing is, everyone can be profitable because you have, theoretically, you have 50% chance of being right. So being profitable is not that hard. Staying profitable is. And that's something a lot of people forget. It's easy to get profitable and it's easy to have a winning trade. Keeping the money in your pocket and not over risking or whatever, and learn how to handle drawdown. That's like the very, very key factors. Honestly, I want to close it. I really want to close this trade. So yeah, I'm gonna put a limit order. So yeah, we made 24 bucks. Yeehaw! Sniper shout, a message retracted. It's more about match than trade. No, it's about statistical possible outcome. And it indeed has quite a lot of statistics to it. What indicators do you use? Currently, I only have a volume profile on. And I'm trying to currently build my own indicator. Bro, they just absolutely annihilated this whole range. Profit is profit. Say, yeah, I can buy myself a sandwich tonight. So that's pretty neat. So I think today we're going to do more of a Q&A. And get some content out and get some educational. So if you guys have any questions. Yeah, I always stream during New York Open, man. Pays for the cat food. Yeah, I can feed bubbles with this. Shanto, when you're gonna convince Shouten to focus BDC and out of outs, would like to see it to debate which approach is better. Oh, listen, Shouten, if you're still here, we had this conversation quite a lot, and I told him before he should stop touching shitcoins. Yeah. So yeah, Shouten, just stop touching that rubbish of yours. It's not good for you, you know. Okay, send me link to the exchange you're using. Yeah, I think the mods have it. How long have you been in the market, Bitcoin? Over 7 years trading. So guys, do we have any trading related questions? Yes, I only trade Bitcoin. Why? The rest for me makes no sense. The rest is too volatile. It's absolutely insane. And listen, I see no reason to deviate from only trading Bitcoin. Why? Because look at the moves. Bro, we've seen a 4%. What was your lowest portfolio in which year? Bro, I think that was 0, like in year 1 or 2. Huh. Yeah, I feel like shorting again. But I'm gonna try to do a limit order. At 860. Let's see if it hits. So it only has to go up like $7, $8. There we go. And then 61 margin. I cannot. Oh yeah, whatever. Listen, it looks primed to go down more. It has this volume node here at the 92.5. That's a good $300+ snipe. But yeah, today is gonna be. It's gonna be a rough day, guys. So you use intuition a lot. Yeah. Shouten is the out-season puppy. Yeah. Listen, Shouten is absolutely insane at trading as well. I value him as a friend and as a trader. But he has a different strategy. And that's what I'm trying to advocate as well. Not everyone's strategy works for everyone. And Shouten is amazing what he does in his own way. At his own coins with his own system. So, nothing against it. I just think he should stop touching those shit coins. But yeah, who am I, you know? 182 likes. Come on, guys. We can do better than this. We're better than this. You guys are better than that. Good morning and God bless you. Thank you very much. I hope your God agrees to it. Send me link. Send me link. Let me join my brother. What, the stream? How do I do that? I have no clue. I think we have to prepare it because I have no clue how to set it up. You don't draw FVGs, equilibrium, etc. So how do you figure out entries and exit? Listen, for me, it's different. I look at a chart and most of the time I can correctly tell you what's going to happen based on how the candles are forming and based on what's actually happening. I'm located in the Netherlands, man. I'm Dutch. Just joined the stream, so to copy you from now, what to do, bro. Bro, I'm in a short. Yeah, I can't tell you what to do. And I won't tell you what to do. So yeah, I look at the volume. I look where we might be heading and what's most likely. I'm not always right, but my intuition has the tendency to be, yeah, pretty decent. Yeah, good short, we'll see. Yeah, we will. I could close it out here again to get another $100. I don't like to trade. Listen, I'm doing this for you guys. That's the only reason why I'm here today, because I felt that we haven't done a stream in quite a bit of time, but I would normally not touch these regions. Give me 1 second. So normally I wouldn't even touch this because it's in an absolute no range. And for me, these ranges make no sense to trade. I'm good at scalping ranges. I'm good at trading ranges. I'm good at, if price forms, there for me is money to be made. If nothing is formed like right now, and we're just in between everything, I don't see a lot of personal gain to be made, to be honest. 1k soon. Yeah, I hope it does. I want to see it reject here. If it rejects here, we're good for 92.5 to the bottom of the region. But as you can see in the 5 minutes, it's still semi-holding this level, and I want to see it test the lows. If it doesn't get there soon, I'm going out of this position, and I'm scraping a little tiny bit of profit yet again. Sorry I was late. Took trades today. If you're late, it's always wise to start reading first before yapping. So if you look at the screen, you can see that I'm in a Bitcoin short currently with $170 profit. I'm printing GG's, buddy. G, very G. What tools are you using in the left screen? My exchange. And the right screen is aggregated trade and trading view. I'll send the link in chat. $340 beautiful people again, less than 200 likes. Listen guys, it sort of hurts my feelings. Visa Maxi or Binjax are cheaper. Why don't you do the challenge over there? I have no affiliation with Binjax, and my Maxi fees are higher. For me, it's not just about fees. You pay a certain fee or a certain percentage to the exchange, also for partially safety, liquidity, working, etc., etc. If you're a profitable trader, you should care less about fees and more about the exchange and the working of the exchange and the relationships with them. Because in the end, if shit hits the fan or it freezes or whatever, you're gonna need them. So it's not just trying to get the least amount of fees. Next to that, if an exchange has extremely low fees, they're making their money elsewhere. And I can tell you where they're making it and you're not gonna like it. Because it's probably on your liquidation. So that's my reasoning behind why I don't always go for the lowest fees. Everyone always wants the lowest fees, until you get fucked. You've seen how many accounts Maxi freezes, right? You've seen the liquidation wicks on a lot of these exchanges on 1010. Listen, I know that if a liquidation event happens, that I will be safe and my funds will be safe. So if you guys feel like scraping the absolute bottom, it's the same with Scalback's membership. Let me explain this. If you go to VIP at Scalback's, you have to deposit at a certain exchange. Same with the challenge, you have to deposit at a certain exchange. But you will get one free VIP of Scalback's. Secondly, you will also have the protection of our total volume. We as Scalback's grouped do volume. I do a lot of volume as well. Everyone does volume, but we also promote these exchanges. We have relationships with these exchanges. This comes at a price. You don't even have to pay extra. We just get a part of what you pay normally in fees. And you might not like this, or you might not like the fees, but when shit hits the fan, you're in trouble, you have a question, something is not working, you need a refund or whatever, you better have us in your corner. And we will fight with you against the exchange. Because every exchange still has issues. Every exchange might have a failure, might have a malfunction or whatever. And if you're not the great white whale, for example, on Maxi, you will be in trouble. Shanta, where were you? I had my weekend. So normally I don't stream if New York is not open. My take profit is observing 92.5, and then if it breaks, 91.8. I'm not holding spot currently. What's the beef with Blowfin? I don't have a beef with Blowfin. I have zero beef with Blowfin. It's just not a partner exchange of us. How is the new car? The new car is absolutely amazing. So yeah, people need to realize, and I had this conversation with a lot of people that are like, yeah, I have an example of a guy who was getting 100% of his fees back at KSEX. Oh, Chris, that's pretty funny. I was just starting off KSEX. Bro, they give people 100% back of their fees. What do you guys expect of it? Uh, 92.5 short is invalid already. Okay, then I guess the green number on my screen is an absolute Fata Morgana. Yeah, if it's cheap, you're the product. Listen, these people are nuts. They're not doctors without borders, right? They don't do anything for free. Shit ain't happening for free. An exchange need to run. So, KSEX will absolutely feast off of liquidations and will absolutely B-book you. It's up to you, but if they give back 100% of the fees, something insanely shady is going on, I can tell you that much. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. I bullish. I don't get. Can you explain why you shorted? Bitcoin has been unable to retake any point of control. So we have yet to test the 93.6 region. It rejected its slow volume up, rejected, sort of volume down, reconsolidating here. I don't see anything that could be absolutely bullish for us right now. On the left screen, you can see it tried to shift out, red candle at the high, tried to shift out, red candle of the high, tried to shift out, red candle at the high, red candle at the high, and now it's trailing lower. So that 1, 2, 3, 3.5 taps above 93, and it's currently not really holding up. It might change, and then I might change my position, but as of now, yeah. Sheldon, yeah, I agree. Bro, you're at home with a nurse? What the fuck? Sheldon is texting me because he was in the hospital, so I absolutely hope you get well soon, my friend. Is it a nice nurse? Are we shorting or longing? What's the leverage you are using? Read the screen. I'm shorting Bitcoin currently at leverage 100. I provide marketing, sales field, marketing work, sales, education, content training program. Yep. Sheldon is a family man. Yeah. Get well soon, Sheldon. Sheldon is an absolute family man and an absolute good friend as well. So, 100%. And I think one of the realest guys in the industry. That's why I like to work with him. He's still actually trading and actually providing content. And that's very rare. I'm making educational as we speak, so I hope to get that out pretty soon. Right now, I have no clue where we're at or what we're gonna do. So I feel like closing this out again and trying to scrape like another $100. Let's see if we can retest these lows. Press likes for the nurse. Yeah. Valid point. Shardino is good. People need to give up on owls and team up with scalbacks. Yo, Sheldon, you read it here first, my friend. Sounds decent. Bro, what's 3 million out of the blue? What's the use of aggregated trade? It shows you the live influx of buy and sell orders. Albank, yeah, I'm using Albank. Guys, was so compressed in a range. Absolutely insane compression. So we might just fly up, or we might fly down, or we might do absolutely nothing. Isn't it liquidated 5 million right now? Hence why I said let's do an educational stream, but everyone just keeps asking about the position on screen. So yeah, you guys are missing out on free content. Again, bullish trend, 20 daily MA is being respected and supported 92.3. The only thing pushing us down is smaller time frame. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm still bullish on the high time frame, but that doesn't mean I can't try to get some pennies out of a retest of the lows. I still think that we should go to at least 98k region. The fact that you can just casually sit here with 100x, don't even have to look at the screen, and everything will survive by itself says more than enough, I think. Are you always on the 5 minute? No, I like to be in the 5 second. for scalping. Need frequently asked questions in the bio for indicator, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Do you believe in support and resistance? Listen, support and resistance is it's a very broad termination or terminology. The thing is, the longer a chart spends time at a certain region, the higher the feasibility of it having an actual reaction at given XY level. So yeah, I do believe in a certain extent that we have support and resistance. Why? The longer the price stays somewhere, the more liquidity it can build up, the harder it becomes to break through that certain level. What's your best source of learning to learn more about patterns, strategies, studying for Bitcoin, not understand the terminology and everything? I would just daily tune into the live streams. Listen, if I had all of this ready, I would have probably released it. And if people didn't want to learn from me, it wouldn't be as busy as it is right here. Are you a continuation trader, more reversal, and why? Bro, I'm a trader of what I see. It can go up, it can go down, it can go sideways. Listen, for all I care, the chart moves to the goddamn left, and I would still trade it. Yeah, we need to reclaim 95. 100%. Right now, listen, look at this time frame. Look at the volume. Is this a rejection? Is it a continuation? What are we looking at? I know it's the 5 second, but it's... I also watch as many videos on risk management. Yeah, that's all I can legitimately advise. Look at risk management. The rest is... yeah. Support and resistance, we only use in Confluence with a thing price action, POC. Listen, the only thing that can't lie ever is liquidity and movement. I've called fake moves last week 2 to 3 times. And with that, I mean, I called 97 going back down. I called the dump on the first day. When was it? Monday or something. I said, yo, listen, this market is lying, guys. It's absolutely lying. Why? Because you can see it in the volume and you can see it in the pattern. But right now, with this low volume, you can't see anything. And the market is now masking what it's doing. Why? Because it's not giving you a certain direction. It's not choosing up and it's not choosing down. And if it doesn't choose anything, what's there to trade? And that's what we need to learn with all of us and need to understand as well. I've been watching for a few days. I don't fully understand the mentality of BTC traders. Is it generally the same as people trading stocks? I appreciate it. I'll study more on that. Bro, listen, it's not about a mentality or whatever. Listen, everything that moves can be traded. It's not about BTC. It's not about stocks. It's not about gold. I just choose to eliminate a lot of noise and a lot of clutter. And that's why I only touch Bitcoin. Because I can make more than enough out of it. I told you what is holding us up there. It looks inevitable. I'm not saying that I disagree with you. All I'm saying is that I have seen people, the people who are convinced of their bias and don't have room for any other biases are mostly the people that end up paying me in the end. Because they are stuck to the bias. I'm never stuck to my bias. I can tell you when I'm wrong. I can tell you when I'm right. I can tell you when I make money and I can tell you when I lose money. What about your emotions? How to control when you're in a trade? Bro, that's practice and not overexposing. If I would be in this with a 100k 100x scalp, I will be shitting myself right now. But now at 1k, I have 3 monitors. The trade is on another monitor. I'm not even looking at it. I'm looking at chat. You picked it up perfectly last week, especially that short. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I can feel when something is off because I look at the volume. How many years you've been trading? 7. Of which I was consistently profitable after 18 months. But look at this structure again. What is it saying us? It's an influx candle, small consolidation, rather pumping back up before it probably goes back down to the lows again. and then it might end up here, and then it's a make or break for what will actually happen. But honestly, I get that long term and overall trend is still bullish after the breakout. It's also normal after 800 or 900 million liquidations within 24 hours that price is a bit calmer because everyone is catching his breath. But right now on low time frame, I don't agree with us moving upwards. Why? Because the volume and the current setup tells us differently. Oh, that's awesome. So much knowledge to learn from you. Thank you very much. That's also my goal and why I'm sitting here. To bring knowledge. I'm not here... Yeah, I am here to give free trades, and that's what everyone has been leeching and abusing me for. But mainly, there's so much more value to gain from understanding what other people see, do, and why it works for them. How do you use the volume? I just look at it. Like there are 3 things happening on this chart. 4. There's a CVD, right? This is the CVD line. That means the divergence if orders are flowing into the upside or to the downside. You have the actual volume. Yeah. And you have the influx of orders. And they correlate or they don't correlate. Depends on the moment. If you see a big red candle here, you can see CVD dropping and you see red volume coming in here. You know everything is aligned, right? Same for green. CVD up, candles are green, market pumping. Agreed? Right now, what I'm seeing is the orders are pretty stagnant. The volume right here looks relatively green, especially in this region as well. CVD is also moving up, so that means that the CVD is pressing upwards. Yet, the order flow and the actual execution of the orders is pressing down. So... I just got sent a tweet from Sheldon that he's considering only Bitcoin. Bro, you're gonna make me so proud. Wait, give me a second. Then I'll re-explain what I'm seeing. So what's happening right now, let me get back to my story. I saw your password, I highly doubt it. You can't. He can do what he wants, what's happening? VB. Bro, please take this challenge seriously. Please trade and respect this 1k the same as the 100k. Bro, listen, I don't just randomly press buttons at any given time frame. So, I don't know what you're on about. It's not like that I'm flipping a coin and randomly pressing a button. If I flip a coin and want to randomly press something, I tell you beforehand. If I now go into an order, I will take this order seriously. Otherwise, I wouldn't take the position. What's the gain for me to publicly lose money? It's weird, right? The assumption that we are going to slowly pump into resistance at 94.2, and by that time, the 100 daily MO will probably be in the same area, creating a squeeze between, yada, yada, yada. The 100 will win. Bro, I'm still up 80 bucks on my short. Pushing us to target. Much love and respect for what you're attempting. Thank you very much, my friend. So what I was saying, currently it looks like green volume is dominating. CVD is up, yet price, theoretically, is not up. Why? Because we're trailing down. So either the green volume will get the domination that it is actually showing, and that actually is happening because this is a green volume cluster, this is green volume, the green volume here is push volume as well. And as you can see, CVD dumps, rises again, and CVD is high again. Or the shorts will finally follow through. It's too early to tell, but that's what I look for. I look for abnormalities within the 5-minute time frame. What software is on the right? It's Aggregated Trade. It's an absolutely free-to-use website. Here's the link. Well, I'm programmed like a parrot. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking at. And right now, you can see that in theory, the bulls should be winning. But they're not. So either it's a trap, and we're marking price down lower. Raising my margin to 284 on the 100x. Okay, I guess. So either bulls need to step in and actually show that the conviction what we're seeing is right, because data can't lie. It's that simple. Data cannot lie. Or shorts will take over. There's only two options. As long as the bulls keep doing this, and as long as this remains the current behavior, theory dictates that indeed we will go up. Why does theory dictate we will go up? Because the market can't lie forever. That easy. You're a chat bro, lol. I like how you handle things. This motherfuckers. Thanks for the education. I'm starting with 50k challenge with you and doing this 1-2 as we speak. Thank you very much. Send me a DM to enroll in it. I've had a short going on from 97,450. Well, Tom. Congratulations. You did great. I agree with you. Everything on the 5-minute is confirming bearish move, but on the much stronger daily, we are trending up. The 5-minute MAs are out dancing between 93 and 92.9. Yeah. And until either of them is confirmed to be wrong, you cannot claim a side. I have 50k port. Can I join? Yeah. Send me a DM. Everyone with 50k or more can join. Absolutely free. So right now I'm just looking at paint drying and having a lovely chat with you guys. So 214 likes, 350 lovely people in here. Press the like button, guys. It's I'm not even asking for it. I'm just hinting towards that it would help me. So press the fucking like button. Do I need to send proof at a later stage? Yes. Right now, that's what people don't understand. I feel obligated to take... Listen, nothing is financial advice. We're not financial advisories. We're not taking any money from anyone. But I do feel an obligation to protect everyone that's trading with us from the field of scalebacks and from the field of running a business. So currently, we're still in the process of deciding which exchange we're gonna work with. That's why I'm waiting till February 1st to get everything in check, get the exchange sorted out, get the deal sorted out, make sure we have the inner circle up and running, get everyone on board, explain the risk management. I want even to do an introductory call so that everyone can get to know me. We can ask questions with the inner circle, etc. Would you accept if I have 50k funded? Absolutely fucking not. So that's why it's taking some time, and I like to do this properly. And to be honest, I'm not in a hurry because one, the market is dog shit. Secondly, it's going to be a 2-3 year project. And Q going crazy again. Listen, I'm willing to bet $1 million that New York is not going crazy. Because they have a bank holiday. So it's definitely not New York stock market. Good place to answer if we joined late. I don't know, man. I don't even think my entry is a good entry. I'm watching paint dry right now. Brother, in L-Bank, there's a thing, the copy trading. I work with NQ and ES. Can I copy trade you automatically, directly in the L-Bank platform? Listen, guys, sometimes I feel like a parrot. Copy trading doesn't work. Why? Because okay, we're going to do this together. Bro, why can I not access these pages from the Netherlands? It's absolutely dog shit. Yo, this is the classic copy trading, right? Okay, so we go to all traders. We're gonna go to, I don't want to have a 7. Can I choose a longer period? 90 days period, 90-day ROI, it's 4,700, 500. What the fuck? So he only made $488. His followers only made $700, right? So this guy made 4,100%, probably pump and dump. He made $200. His followers made minus 14k. Yo. This guy made 3,400%. He made 8k. His followers made minus $13. Let's go to the following P&L. So this guy, Wizard, he made 15k and his followers made 162k. That's 14%. This looks pretty decent, right? 38, 38, 38. Let's go to the followers. Let's see at the people who joined late. Bro, there should be a quicker way for this. Ooh, here we go. His followers made 168k, right? This guy lost 52 or 3, 5. Look at how much this page lost already. Look at how much he is up. Look at what these people lost, you know? Statistically, he goes from a P&L from the 30th to here to the 6th is a 30% difference. Bro, that's a big ass difference. 30% on port. What's the risk management, you know? Then this one, that's number one, huh? This one made 136k. Okay? His biggest losers, look at this. Guys, look at this. 300k, 160k, 170, 170, 100. This alone is 200, 300, 4, 5. This is 800k, 900k, 1 million. This is 1.5 million. Absolutely annihilated. 2 on the upside, the biggest one made 115. So it's not just the copy traders, but this is, listen, we're looking at a positive scenario here, right? Why? Because these are the guys performing. Yeah, these are the performances. This is the biggest P&L. The biggest loser last month did a million. Minus a million. Biggest winner plus 162k. Someone might want to write this down. So the biggest upside is 162k, right? 162,000. And the second one is 136, 115. Okay, let's do this. 160, 130, 300k, 415, 480, 530, 600, let's say 750k is on this page that we can see, and this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So the top 11 made 750k for the followers. Right? You guys with us? So top 11 made 750k profit. We agree on this, right? Type 1 in the chat if everyone is with me, because I don't want to do this every day. Is my microphone still on? 1, 1, 1. Okay. So the top 11 losers is 1 million, 1.7, 2, 2.3, 2.45, 2.6, 2.750. Let's say 3.3 million. 3.3 million is what they lost. So the top 11 gained 750. Top 11 losers lost 3.3 million. That's a multiple of 5. That's a 5x of what they lose. And this guy only lost 49%. This guy lost 10%. He's down 10%. He lost 228k himself. He lost 303k. Let's see his last 7 days. Bro, he stopped trading big. So I can tell you, this guy is never going to make your money back. He has 650k under assets under management. So what he lost in 30 days was a 10% drawdown and lost his followers 303k. That means that he was having more than 3 million there. Easy, right? So this guy is never gonna absolutely recover from this, because he only has 4 followers left. Look at this. 1,000, 1,000. And these guys all lost multiple hundreds of K. He's never gonna recover. He doesn't even have the funds anymore. Then out there, yeah, he just got completely liquidated. But imagine, you have a guy that has 1900 port. Why the fuck does 850k follow this guy? Yeah, he hit it, I bet. You've seen some people make money. But holy Jesus, people also lost money. Right? So, this is why copy trading will never work. The mechanism won't work. The methodology won't work. Let's look at him. Okay, he has skin in the game himself. 20 followers. He hides his trades, of course he does. The biggest profitable guy is up 2k. The biggest loser is down 100. GG. Just be free, family. Minus 65%. Minus 7k and he loses 180. Listen, if guys don't put at least 100k up here, why the fuck even be here? You know, and that's the thing. And people only look at... He's full, apparently. I tax crypto. Bro, I've seen him get liquidated so many times. He has 1,500 down, you know. They all hide their trades. He has a guy who made 100k. That's GG. But he also has a guy who lost 320k. So the reasoning behind copy trade, it won't work. And this is Bybit. It's the biggest damn platform in the world. You know? Yeah, another one. He lost 40... The guy lost $14, guys. He lost $14. He's hiding his assets under management. Look at his statistics, right? So he makes $337. He makes $337. He makes 93, 86, 137, and he loses 1,000. And with 1,000, he's down 18%. So with this 18%, he loses 174k, and his assets under management are only 33k left. Bro, everyone got absolutely totaled. I have seen people making, even I did. Bro, there are people who make it, but look at this. Which one of these guys is legit? Honestly, 4,000% guy in 3 months. Fuck no. 4,000%, 3,000. There's no one. Look at the following P&L. 187, 115k. He's up 16%. This is the only... He made 1.2 million. Okay, he is legit. You know? But you can't even see his profits. You can't see his trades. Also, he has people who got absolutely burned. But he is up. And he has very decent assets himself. If he made 1.2 million. That what I call legit. This 33k, 128%. Bro, he's still trading with 15k. And 700k is following him. There are people that follow him are bigger than himself. You know, assets under management is also dog shit. No one has 1 million or more. So 218k. And these are the biggest guys. 2.93%. He has 950k. Listen, if I start doing this challenge and I do the 200k one, how much do you guys think that we'll draw into it? GOT trading 888. He's not even in here. 340%. Bro, he made 11k and his followers made 131. He has 800k under him or 700k. How the fuck can it not be that much? So he probably blew up something. So the thing is, if we start... It doesn't work with regular volume. What the hell is it gonna do when we hit it with a couple millions? How do you decide if you want to do cross or isolate? Depends on the margin on the account, man. Why short if everything says up? Why is everything saying up? Can you do private following? I will do an inner circle group, as said, for the 50k challenge. So I don't know what you're on about. I mean, private. No, I won't do copy trade because the exchange will hunt you. The mechanism is not working. It doesn't work. The biggest assets under management you guys have seen is $1 million. $1 million is absolutely nothing compared to the volume and everything that is going to happen. Do you use your DCA strategy? 100%. On the main, 100%. Can rely on those things you have been saying, CVD volume and influx. What about market structure? I've been trading from the past 4 years. Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose due to my emotions. Please answer. Bro, I don't know what you can depend on. Listen, I'm not here to tell you what you can depend on and what you can't. I can tell you, bro, if you start typing things double immediately after each other, I'm just going to ignore you. I can't tell you what you can rely on. I know you need to get your emotions in check. I need you to make sure that you know what you're doing. But I can tell you if you can rely on my strategy. I can rely on it. I'm heavily profitable. I've proven it before. I've proven it again. Santo, I am a 1.5 funded in CC trader, but a rookie in crypto. How do I start in crypto? In your Discord, do you have a beginner guide? We're making everything, man. We're doing the rebranding. We're doing the educational. It's coming. Hello, I'm new here. What stage are you in your challenge? How much balance do you have now? I have 1k, man. We made absolutely nothing today. Yeah, I was for the trader liquidation. Guy, I keep explaining everyone that I'm here for educational. And still everyone just, yeah, whatever. It's liquidation, man. Oh, so just starting, yes. The platform allows you... What platform, buddy? But where can I find a playlist you're listening? It's kind of banging. I don't know, I use this, Epidemic Sounds. Because it is non-copyrighted. Oh, it's sent the wrong link, I see. Oh, that's on the top right, so. Which exchange do you use? I'm currently trading on Albank. I joined the live stream a short while after you started. Do you usually show the trades you put in? Would be nice to follow along since I learned better while doing the actual. I show you everything, man. I always show you everything. I have nothing to hide. Price range today, success. Bank holiday, my man. That's why I know. Are fees better for you in Albank versus Maxi? I've explained this in the beginning of the stream. I'll do it once more. It's not just about fees. Everyone who only looks on fees will get wrecked eventually because exchanges need to pay themselves in the end. So no exchange is doing it for free. If the fees are extremely low, there's a catch and it's your risk, not mine. If you pay more fees, you know that the exchange is going to be trustworthier. That's all I'm saying about it. I prefer to pay more fees, have a decent team around it. Also with the VIP, you get our protection. We're in your corner, we're helping you, etc. We can even negotiate deals if you do decent volume on getting cash back, getting futures, trading bonuses, tournaments, etc. It has to come from somewhere, right? And if you mind fees that much, I sit here trading live and I think I've done over 150, 200 million last month live trading. I don't care about the fees, man. Even on maxi, I have high fees. I don't care. Why? Because I know I'm protected in the long run. And that is way more important to protect my capital and everything than, oh my God, I'm paying too much fees. Get more profitable, then fees won't matter that much. But what website do you use to trade? I use Irrigated Trade. It's like literally 15 comments above you, but here's the link. Bro, how much you risk your trade? Bro, form a sentence, then I can answer you. Do you call the 19.8 dump? I called it to the dollar on Instagram or on... I called it to the dollar. Copy. Here, I coded like 5 minutes before it happened. That platform allows me to view the trading records of GOT. What platform are we talking about, my friend? Fees are just a business expense, part of the game, 100%. If you want to have everything for free, listen, you can't have anything for free in life either. So if you want to have it for free, if you want to have it for cheap, in Dutch there's a saying, if you pay cheap, you might get it expensive. Yeah. Oh, bro is probably raging right now. The how much you risk guy. Yeah, he might be, but... Please share the target price for the current trade. I'm looking at 92.5 and then 91.8. I'm just seeing how it develops here. Listen, it didn't move a single thing. It moved 0.1%. What's the percentage you risk per trade? Guys, this is just a gambler. Sorry, Magistralben. Based on what? Hello Shanto, can you show your new indicator? What did you change? Seems like now you have order blocks visualized. Yeah, I'm not happy with it yet. Yo, goedkoop is duurkoop, indeed. Why am I just a gambler? Channel activity. Guy's just a gambler. He's a gambler, won't learn anything. You prefer L-Bank over Maxi. How is it possible? Red volume with green candles. Dojo rejection at 91.1 and Dojo rejection at 91.1. So you typed, guys, this is just a gambler. He is gambling, you won't learn anything. You prefer L-Bank over Maxi, and how is it possible red volume with green candle? So in your history, you show that you asked me for educational content, and I probably have answered you nicely about your question and how that it is possible. And then you come back telling me I'm a gambler. That's hilarious. Bro, I asked you, what's the percentage you risk per trade? I told you, it's not, it depends on what port. And why do you get aggressive? I asked you in capital, what's the percentage you risk per trade? One, I have no obligation to answer anyone. Secondly, it all depends on the port. Right now, we have no movement. We're not doing absolutely anything. I don't know the risk yet. I have to see how it develops. Hi, Shanto. Hey, Anthony. So I have no fixed answer for you. If you want to have a fixed answer, get 200k ready. And then you will have between 3 to 4% risk per trade. With a challenge, which explicitly said a challenge. I don't know the risk. It depends on how it develops. How is the chart on the right different from earlier? It now visualizing the order blocks differently. I'm not happy with it yet, but it shows the amount of taps. It shows the volume, the spread on the average trading range, the ADR state, and how many order blocks are active, and which one is most tested, and it's the 1 day bullish range. You're my favorite trader. Thank you very much. Not being aggressive, just miscommunication maybe. Yeah, it's fine. You have a link for the right chart as well? Yep. I made a bunch of money trading on Maxi when they had 0 fees on futures. Now I'm just getting eaten by fees. Was doing fast scalps. I also got liquidated on Maxi on an imaginary price. all I'm saying, if you want to get first row tickets for absolutely nothing, at the end it's either going to be a shit show or you're going to get scammed somewhere else. Hope I will be able to clear and get a payout. I hope for you as well, man, but I don't do funded accounts and I have no affiliation with funded account as of now. Any other burning questions? What ranges would you begin to look to begin shorting for bigger moves? Anywhere between... Let me get this off. So, what's interesting right now is this is not the range. This is the range for no one. Why? Let me load this up. As you can see, the current big tab order blocks are not here. So what range is interesting? And that's an interesting one. This is a range that is interesting for shorting, but then you need the stop loss around here. So this is the only part. Then the next range that has any interest is here. And then the next range that has interest is almost at 110k, but I would say it's 107 to 110. So that is... Why do I press the wrong button twice? Holy shit. Is here. And these are all pretty... it's not that big. 2.7-ish. 1.5. And 2.3. So theoretically, they front run all of the interesting ranges. Why? If this is the order cluster. It's here. Didn't even tap it. It rejected lower wick of this candle. Same goes for this range. The interest is here. And the interest again is here. It wasn't here. So there's absolutely nothing to be or to do here. Join Discord community. Yeah. Is your Discord group open? As far as I know, yes. I want to close this trade. There's absolutely nothing happening. I'm gonna market close this. I just want to go 200x long, just... I don't know why, even, to be honest. I have no clue what to trade, so I'm not gonna press any buttons right now. Let's make it 1k for if we do something. How long did it take you to become profitable? I was profitable in 12 to 15 months. Sustainable profitable took me 15 to 18. So the only interesting ranges are these to the downside. Oh, fucking hell, stop pressing the wrong button, you moron. Is this area to the downside and this to the upside. So right now we're in absolute no man's land. I'm trading on demo account and I heard that many of these brokers like Albank, by scam people, freezing accounts and so forth. What can you tell me about it? I can tell you that under Scalbex, something like that has never happened. Neither on Maxi, neither on Albank. Did you find it easier trading under Biden versus Trump? Biden was way more stable. So with Biden, you at least know what you were getting onto. With Trump right now, it's a semi-gambling fest. You have no clue what you're getting yourself into, to be honest. How long did they... good morning, sir. Good morning. How do you determine those significant ranges? Look at the order clusters. The longer time spent into a certain region, the higher the probability of it revisiting and it offering resistance. Like with this as well. Look at current price, man. It's... If I go to the 5 minute now. That's why I don't get why people want to force trades or ask me for trades. It's a 1.5% range. You know? If I would snipe the absolute bottom after fees, it's a 1.2% range on 100x, you make 100% with the absolute bottom and absolute top. So what's the monetary gain that can be made here? It's not significant. So focus on educating yourself and focus on actually getting... I'm saying this is why it doesn't really matter. I think the Discord goes to invalid address for me. That's weird. No, for me it works, man. That's on you. Stop loss. Bro, I'm not even in a trade. What stop loss are we talking about? Can you explain how... So, you guys want to know how an exchange works. An exchange has a couple of sources of income, right? So, how can I do this? Text. So, working off an exchange, right? 101, because it's the easy version. Everyone following me here? Why did your balance change? Because I do a 1k challenge, so it has no meaning of doing it with anything else. So, type 1. Which challenge is the 1k or the 1 million? Absolute patience test. Guys, type 1 if you don't know how an exchange works and I need to explain it. And then in the meantime, I won't answer any stupid questions. The first thing I read is when you plan to trade daily. Is there any time? Yeah, I trade every day at New York Open. 30 minutes prior to New York Open, I go live. Hey bro, I'm new. Hello, new. So this is a centralized exchange, right? Why did I close? Because everyone was giving me a headache, and I only wanna do some education. So working off an exchange, right? You have the top 3, which is OKX, Binance, Bybit, right? They have 3 earning models. Market making, which is external. So they have external market makers, but they co-own the market makers. Binance is a bit of a different breed. Binance VIP 9 institutional, which means that, bro, I'm gonna need more paper for this stuff. Okay, so top 3 exchanges. Market making external is 0.1, right? So number 1, market making. Yeah, market making external is what all 3 of them do. Binance. Learn how to type. Binance offers a VIP 9 level institutional wallets to other exchanges. Meaning they market make for most of the small ones. That's how they make money, right? My name is Alcin. I'm new here. I really have sense that you have the knowledge I need to get for next time. Everyone still with me? Type 1 in the chat if we're still with me. Okay, good. So market making external for Binance offers VIP 9 level institutional to someone types 3. Binance institutional to smaller exchanges. Why? Then they don't need an external or internal market making team. Secondly, Bybit co-owns their market maker. Co-owns market maker, which is called Time Research. Time Research is the main market maker of Bybit, and OKX also co-owns the market maker. So how does 1.1, how does market making work? Market making Market making works as following. I execute an order for $100. So on the other side of this order, if I execute something, needs to be an execution in return as well. I open order 1k, market maker orders 1k as well. Why market always 0? Why am I not typing? Yo, is my tag? Okay, market making works as follow. I open 1k order, market maker opens 1k order. Opposite direction, meaning the market is always 0. Why? Because the market has to be in balance. Which means that if I go long for $1,000, the market maker goes short for $1,000. If I go long for $1 million, market maker goes short for $1 million. There is no one else executing or trading against you except the market maker. If you execute an order, the market will execute the same order. So what happens is, you send in an order for K, it goes to the exchange, from the exchange it goes to the market maker, and the market maker will execute the counter order. Why? Because there's a limited supply of Bitcoin, there's not enough spot, and the transactional volume of futures is higher than the actual potential spot volume there is. Which means we're speculating on fictive quantities. Fictive quantities. Speculation has to be 0. What does the market maker get? Market maker and exchange get liquidations and fees. So this is the first earning model. What happened with the 800 million that was liquidated yesterday evening? It goes to two parties. It goes to the exchange and it goes to the market maker. And these two will actively divide these fees. If it's 70-30, 60-40, 80-20, whatever, doesn't matter. So this is the first and the main income model of exchanges. Market making external. For 1.3 below top 10, most do internal, and this one is important, internal market making, which means you actively trade against the exchange. Other words, most of you can guess it, B booking. Why is this relevant? Why is this important? Because the exchanges that offer active B booking or are actively doing B booking will be more likely to liquidate you. Why are they more likely? Because you're trading against the exchange. And the exchange with B booking 90% of the time done via Binance institutional wallet / VIP 9, meaning market making team utilizing Binance to counter. Let me explain this. So what happens here is they have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. they have on a Binance VIP 9 level wallet. It's an institutional wallet that offers them fees to open. So they don't pay fees, they get fees. Why is this still important? Because they actively trade against you. But as we've seen on 1010, what happens when Binance goes down? Or what happens if there's an issue with these VIP 9 level wallets? Well, I can show you. This happens. This is what happens when the VIP 9 level backend collapses. And this is actively what happened, and that's why the wick on Bybit is significantly smaller, and the move is significantly smaller than on, for example, I don't know, Bytunix, Maxi, whatever. Everyone who doesn't have an internal market making team or market making agency will actively fuck their traders. I have to move this down because I need more space yet again. Let me zoom out a bit. All right, we're still following. Type 1 if everyone is still here. 1010 did not influence some of the DEXs. Yes, because the market making mechanism on a DEX doesn't necessarily need to be the same as on a centralized exchange, because they have their own liquidity pool and their own liquidity supply. So this is how below the top 10 make their income. So this means that we in Scalp X, let me type it there, Scalp X selects below top 10 exchanges based on market making structure. So we know and we test and we back test and we look and we test again and we ask and we see, etc. if an exchange is actively trading against us or not. Case playing K-Sex one because there's one's fishy. I will come to that. Listen, but K-Sex is definitely in this region of internal market making. And then you have degrees to internal market making. Let's call it 1.5. Fake versus real volume. Volume creation or fluffing. What a lot of them do is volume fluffing. So that means that most of the exchanges, most below top 5 exchanges, show on CoinGecko approximately 10 to 15x more volume than realistically organically delivered. Fuck. Bro, don't mind the spelling mistakes. I think half dyslexic. So this is what's happening, right? So they fluff up the order book. They fluff up the real volume, and you can see it as soon as a big order hits the charts. That's what's happening, right? You can see like, oh, all of a sudden a wick happens. You know, when I did 100x 25k positions, so 2.5 million on Solana on Albank, it was still fine. It didn't give a big wick, it didn't go crazy, it didn't go bananas, it didn't go overboard, whatever. Minimize the auto tab, I can't. This takes care of top 3, 30% income, below top 5, between 40 and 60, 40 and 70% of the income. Realize this, guys. Almost instantly, and the price synchronizes across them. There's no arbitraging whatsoever happening. It's absolute bullshit that price is arbitraging. Look right now at the futures price. It's 92.970 across exchanges. It's 92.961 on Albank. And it's 92.964 futures on Bybit. OKX has 92,961, so there's a variance. Even with spot, if I now go to spot, it's 985. So there's absolutely a variance. And you can say it's arbitraged, it's connected internally, whatever. That's definitely necessarily not per se true. We can have variances between spot and futures of up to a K. More than 1% is allowed to vary. Yet Roten DEX trades against you 1000%. It must. So this does matter. Why does it matter? Because of the scam wigs and the liquidations, not just on Bitcoin. But it can hold price longer, it can show different statistics, it can show different wicks. And let's be honest, if the market is trading normally, it won't necessarily matter that much because everyone is in check. But if we would go even to yesterday evening, let's take the 5 minutes and check the bottom of this wick, okay? So the bottom of this wick here was Bybit 91,840. 91,840, right? Okay, we agree on that. 91, if you don't agree, I don't give a shit. BTC, USDTP, and we're gonna take Maxi. Okay. Maxi went to, and it even double dipped. Maxi went to 92,318. That on this soul dump is a difference of almost $500. This is $500 right here. Let's go to Gate. Gate went to 91,899. That's $50. That's more than acceptable. Blowfin went to 92. That's $200. Gate we just had. Bybit went to 91,885. Binance went to 91,922. OKX went to 91.9. Kraken went to 91.913. Look at this wick here. Kraken wigged back. Look at this candle. You see the variance even on the big exchanges? Polynex 92.1. Everyone still with me? So you have a variance on average of $300 to $500. Where's my notebook? Yeah? Yep. So that is why it's important. You say, yeah, listen, we aggregate. Listen, a $500 difference in move is more than 0.5%. More than 0.5% on 100x is the difference between liquidation and being up 50%. Very, very, very important this. So this means that the top exchanges make 30% of their income via this route. Below the top 5, it varies between 40 and 70% of the income. What does it mean when some of the higher orders have a timer on them? I don't know where you're looking at. I don't know what timer, what orders, whatever. Let me finish my story. So this is the first way that they make money. Yeah? Clear? Good. 2. Fees. Risk management. He's not using his live stream. No, 100%. I don't know what's going on, but I think you agree. Secondly, how do exchanges make money? Fees. It's that easy. 2.1. top 3 exchanges. They make 20%, 25, 30% income through KOLs / affiliates, people like me. And they make another 10 to 15% from SEO and acquisition. And the last 10% organic. Yeah, right? So the top 3 exchanges make 25 plus 10, 35 plus 10. So let's say 45% of this minimum. So the total of 75%, or add another 10 to it, 85% comes from market making and comes from this. 2.2, it's got interesting. Below top 5, they are pretty similar top 5 to top 10. They are mostly pretty similar to this, right? So they do a bit more internal market making, but they do 20 to 25. Then they do 5 to 10 via SEO, because SEO is expensive. And they do 10% organic, and the 10% is 5% organic, right? So an average to top 10. This is easier readable. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, bro. It's his money, not yours. What's happening? Listening fees. Bro, I should ask listening fees. I'm gonna sell this course for $999. When using aggregator, say, do you recommend using top 3 exchanges or all? I use all, because the volume of the lower exchanges will not necessarily influence. So this is how the top 5 to 10 makes money. Which means that if the top 3, we will do the math later. Here it comes, 2.3. Below top 10 / top 20, clusterfuck. Why is this a clusterfuck? Because they give away so much, they end up with negative ROI. And I'm gonna expose a lot of shit here. So if I get cancelled by the end of the week, we had a great fucking run. But some exchanges offer so much. KSEX offers 100%. So KSEX offers a cashback of 100%, which means that there's no single way that they make money on fees. So what do they do? The top 10, 20, top and below, by the way, they give away way too much, which gives market precedent, or gives market a wrong view. So because people are getting used to getting a lot of the things back, right? What will happen is, if they give out 70%, 80%, 90%, or even 100%, they will not make money on this. And if they don't make money, they can't pay anything. No money to pay staff means money needs to come from elsewhere. Right? We agree on this, right? So what happens is, below the top 20, they give away so much, they have to make money elsewhere. That brings me to a side note. Regulation. The regulation of exchanges has different levels. You have no more global regulation. You have EU regulation, which is MiCA, spot only, leverage 10. Binance, OKX, almost, Bybit. These 3 have the MiCA regulations done, and you can actively trade on Europe again on low leverage. Secondly, you have Dubai. Dubai consists out of a exchange license, a VARS/VARA license, a marketing license, a broker license, and financial advisor license. This can be done in a couple of options. This can be done in Dubai mainland, again, clusterfuck. Damn, need to zoom out. Again, it's a clusterfuck or free zone. Then you have DMCC, RACDAO, or IFSA. These are the main exchange licenses that are being given out. I've seen you give this lecture before, but we're getting even more juicy details today. Yeah. So this is what they give out. This is what most of them have. That's what most of them operate under. One of these, right? If they have these done, they can operate legally in most parts of the world. None KYCs. This is where comes the kicker. Then you have Chinese mainland, 3-5 years lifespan and will die. Then they all have holdings. Two options. BVI, British Virgin Islands, or Cayman Islands. Why? There is no legal crypto payment structure available over Dubai. Then we have the last option for European. It's a bit of an odd one. Over Dubai, hence they need a ramp on, a ramp off over one of these. Last option for Europe. Here comes the kicker, Lithuania. Which is weird. Why? Because Lithuania apparently became the crypto capital city. 4 licenses. Don't ask me how. I don't know the details. Yeah. It's a gift. So you have EU regulations, which are heavily regulated. Is the MiCA regulations, spot only leverage 10, Binance, OKX, and Bybit. Dubai, you have all these exchange licenses, which most of them have done. Then you have the Chinese mainland licenses. Oh my God, don't get me started. Then you have 2 options for holdings. That is the British Virgin Islands and the Cayman Islands. Why? There's no legal payment structure possible over Dubai. Don't ask me how. It's because of VARS/VARA regulations, and everything that they do immediately contradicts what they are trying to get in place. Amazing. And then you have the Lithuania license to operate in Europe, which means that overall you get a pretty global diverse landscape. Pretty global diverse landscape, which results in shady business. Shady business results in lack of clear leadership structure. And that results in lack of ability to sue or take legal action, which on its term, drum roll please, results in freezing accounts, doing whatever the fuck they want. So with this complete structure and with this complete setup, yeah? That's not true, no Stan. You could in theory do it from Panama, but that's a different conversation. So all of this make sure that they can freeze, they can do whatever they want, except the top 3. So what brings me to the last point. There's a way longer story than I intended it to be. So if I lost anyone, my sincere apologies. How do I move my... Let's move this up. Let's move my thing down. So the last thing that they do is listing fees. 3. Listing fees. 3.1. Top 3 between 10 to 15%. 3.2 below top 5 to infinite between 15-20%. So why am I telling this a dreadful long story? How do they make money? Let's do the math. Top 3. Yeah? Fees, they make 25 to 30%, 10 to 15, and 10. So that's 25, 35, 45%, 45% on fees, right? And as I written above, I'm trying to select my magnet before I delete everything I just typed here. Never mind. So market making, top 3, 30% of the income. So that is 40%, 45% on fees, 30% on market making, 45%, I have to take the higher one, 30, 45, 55%, 55 on fees, and the last 15% on listing fees and miscellaneous. They have some other income models, which I'm not going to go in depth now, which is the institutional side, yada, yada, yada. It's way too long of a lecture for now. Below top 5, how do they make money? Fees are slightly less. So what happens is the market maker percentage goes up. So let's first calculate this thing. They make 20 to 25, 25, 35, 40% on fees. Then they make approximately 15% on listing, 15%. Listing means that after 55, they still need 45% on market making. But they don't have external market makers. Right? So the 45% is already higher than the top 3. So 15% difference, that 15% is mostly 15% extra where you get liquidated. That easy. Below top 10, even worse. Why? They make on fees, let's say 35%, or even, for example, KSEX makes 30% on fees. They make 10% on listing because they list less coins, so they have, how about fee? Wait, you just actually type what about fee? 60% market making, which results in the fact that 60% needs to come from liquidations. Why, you ask? Internal market making. There are profitable people. When they profit, market maker loses. To compensate, need to liquidate. So what does the whole thing lead to? That the scammier the exchange is, the more tricky it gets to actively trade with size. So if you want to trade with a shady exchange, and that is why I wrote this whole damn story. If you want to save on the top, all you get is less fees. I agree. You get more fucked on the market making. You will get more fucked on the regulational size, because less regulations doesn't mean that it's necessarily better. Right? It doesn't mean that it's better. Why? Because less regulations means less control, makes more shady shit, means that it actively has more, let's say, holding firms, deviation across the globe. And last but not least, they make less on listing fees because less people, less coins want to be less there, which results in more getting fucked. So if you guys want to be outside of the exchanges we choose, it's absolutely on your own risk because of this complete story. Right? Type 1 in the chat if you're still following me and if you agree with me, because I'm very curious to see who I lost along the way. Long Tao, nah, I don't know how much volume you're doing or what. Send me a DM. I cannot process stuff right now. One, good. I'm gonna copy this into an educational video. I will save this. I will send it in a group chat before I delete it. And this will be out as a video for all of you. If you are interested in seeing it, or if you guys are open to rewatch it. What kind of order value position? Big trader. Big trader for me is someone who does more than 10 million transactional volume a month. That is interesting. You're welcome, guys. I really hope this also changed your perspective on why people do stuff. And it's also how we choose exchanges. We choose exchanges that don't use the liquidation fees. We choose exchanges where we make sure that we know they can pay people. They have proof of reserve. They have everything fixed. They have the right background. Everything. What's the best broker then? It all depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you want. It depends on what you're looking for. It depends on your size. It depends on how much you're willing to give towards us. It's not a one-stop shop. It also depends on where you demographically are from. Moral of the story, pay the business expenses of fees and shut the fuck up. Theoretically, easily explained, 100%. If you value your capital, can you leave everything? Yeah, but Pete, you know what the issue is with that? I can do that. But people are gonna ask me 2 million questions because I didn't explain it to them. I prefer to just make it into a video and then share that video and then put this either in the description or a screenshot or what everything. The market makers who bought up a lot of supply, then you pay a market making fee. So you don't necessarily need to pay a listing fee. Then you pay a market making fee for the internal or external teams in order to have them back your coin and make sure that the transactional volume can happen. And then you still need to give part of the supply. And then the market maker can take profits of the transactional volume or of the actual selling of the supply of the coin. I think a video is better as well, honestly. Seems like we're going back to 93k. I will post it anyways. I will post it in my corner. And I will tell them what they're missing. But yeah, that's fine. It seems that we're dumping. So I want to go and try to get in one more trade. Thank you, bro. Where you do educational videos sometimes and how you read the charts and what to look for. Yeah, I will 100% do that. Listen, guys, I don't have to get off yet. I have way more time today. So why not abuse it? Everyone first press the like button because I went on an absolute rant. But drop a like and then we can get into way more questions. No issue. I'm here to help. I'm here to educate. Does anyone know what platform you use to trade? I'm currently trading on L-Bank, my friend. 265 likes. Can we get to 300? 35 more. That's all. Bro, I might even consider trading shitcoins. 10k subs soon? Better. Bro, send us a referral link to sign up. I can't yet. We're not officially affiliated with L-Bank. We're working on it. As soon as the affiliation and my testing is done, that's when I can actively send sign up links. So until then, guys, a bit longer, hold tight, please. L-Bank. Bro, send us a referral link. I can't yet. So everyone wait with signing up until we can have a link. Because then you can support us. You can get the benefits from it. But as of now, we can't yet. I'm Dutch, my friend. So hold on. We're working on it. Back to the charts. We leave this liquidity here untapped apparently. I still think we should see a tap there. Thoughts on a zero fee perps desk. Bro, have you missed my last 30 minutes? Who's the best trader in your Discord if you don't count? I don't. Blocks. 100%. Blocks by a landslide, man. And then I honestly like Rami a lot because of his explanations. And I think there are also quite some up and coming talents. But none of them are bad traders, man. All of them in essence are good traders, otherwise they wouldn't be there. On Bitcoin, I still don't see anything really. We have to go to other coins. Bro, I don't want to have something that changed. Rose, 70 million, 1.3 million, 90 million, River. Huh. How high leverage? I can only do max 20 leverage. That's boring. Argon Owl. I'm looking for the right amount of volume and the right amount of move. MU perp. Market closed. Interesting. Bank perp. Who lost a lot with volume? So 10 million not enough. White whale. Huh. Our Lord and Savior. Hilarious. 11 million, 10 million, 1 million. Nah, not enough volume. And the only thing we can do is trade Bitcoin. Still, I'm sorry. How to keep a capital safe? Is gold on mBank? I think it is. I have to ask. I don't know, man. I'll ask. It's gold on mBank, XMRs, decouple, check it, and how keep a capital safe risk management. Can we watch your old trading cup somewhere? Probably. Yeah, think you can. Don't see a reason why not. Everything that's published should be feasible, right? Gold and silver futures on by Tunix might be. 271 likes. Come on. Guys, it's... Do we still have time for your affiliate link, or will you start trading by tomorrow, even today? Bro, you have time, don't worry. Listen, I'm here for the long run. I'm here for the long time. It's not gonna walk away, right? Today is my day one of this challenge, and right now I can honestly not tell you what I would like to trade or what direction. We're in the middle of the volume. What we can do is I get an actual coin and we flip it. I can just not form a bias right now. Let's see what I wanted to see what Saint was trading. He's waiting for long as well. So yeah. How much of the delay is between this screen and hour? I don't know. I don't expect much. 15-20 seconds, I think. It should be less. Can you explain what it means that we are in the middle of the volume? We're in a dead zone, man. The market has to decide. The market can only go two directions towards high volume nodes. It can go here to 95, or it can go here to 91. Right now in like an equilibrium. So, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a 20-30 second delay. I can try to fix the delay, but I don't know why, or I don't know how. I would agree that we should go 93.7, but I also agree that we should 91.2 or 91. Listen, this wick has not been filled yet, so 92.3 makes sense, 91.7 makes it, 93.7 and 92.2, Jesus, makes sense. But right now, I cannot actively form a bias. Listen, no trade is also trade, right? Okay, show how you draw your auto blocks, or did you already? Then a 20-minute break from it. I can show you. So what I like to do, I like to mark off areas. And at the high and the lows. So for me, this peak would be an area. Why? It also lines up with the volume cluster, but look at what happens. Maybe even, I would go for slightly high. I would put it here. Why? These wicks fill it. These tops fill it. This consolidation fills it. These bottoms fill it. These wicks fill it. And even at a longer time frame, these wicks are hitting it again. This would be a very important order cluster for me. Which is weird, we skipped this one, but this would be an order cluster. And an order block. This one where we are right now would have less significance for me. I would put it here. Because of, again, the wick fills and everything. But we have been stuck in this range, so it will get a bit crowded. This one would be one. And this one would be one. Why? Because of a lot of peaks and a lot of confluences happening there. Where's your 128k? Why is available balance 1,000? It is a challenge, man, from 1k to 128k. So normally to do a challenge, you need to start at the beginning balance, not at the end balance. That would be that would be a bit interesting, you know. And this lines up without looking almost perfectly with the volume clusters. Volume cluster, volume cluster, right above volume cluster, right above volume cluster, right below volume cluster. I did make 100k, but that's why I'm restarting, man. It is live chat. Coke or Pepsi, burger or pizza? Burger or pizza depends on my mood. 100% cola. Listen, we're absolutely watching paint dry here. What's the name of the indicator? It's multi-distribution volume profile by Zierman. Does it matter too much if most of the volume is dominating by cells in a cluster where acting as potential support and vice versa? Not per se. It's not per se the dominance of the volume, it's the amount of transactional volume. What's your target today? Bro, I'm not even in a trade. I have zero clue what to trade right here. My Discord is absolutely free. What did he ask? The action 2 is... Been interesting listening to your rant. I was working in the background, but now otherwise ask some questions. Yeah, you're free to ask questions, man. I'm behind on the stream though, trying to catch up. Good luck. So, do we have any other questions? Otherwise, it's gonna be a rather early day. And then just rest for the days that are gonna come. Because sitting here waiting on this makes no sense. What are your thoughts about Excel charts? Have any? I like it, but the thing is, it became too known of a system. Same as everyone is now switching to these market models and everyone is making it and everyone is wanting to look inside the candle, bro. Where you have been since 3 days? Bro, I have weekend. Look at today. Market is not open. What should I do? Sit here and watch paint dry and answer the same question 419 times. I watched it at the 4 hours rocket. Nothing interesting today? No, absolutely not. 1,000 privacy coins. Like I only trade Bitcoin. But you get your new car. You talk. Yeah, I have my M5 now. Want to be part of this challenge, man? Thanks. You're welcome. What supply and demand zones do you watch for? I don't look at supply and demand. I now have 2 areas of interest. It's either 95.4 or it's 91.3. Congratulations. Shanto, can you recap the 50? Where is it starting and what's your target? Just Albert. We can't do spot. I'm gonna do it futures. I haven't decided what exchange yet, and it's gonna be fully risk managed. You can, Frederik, you can also call me, my friend. You have my phone number. Guys, we're watching the market dry. Think we're gonna end it here. There's nothing spectacular happening. We'll be back tomorrow before New York opens. Can we get to 300 likes? It's 20 more likes. That would be amazing. And then I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Because today I was watching absolute paint dry. yeah, that this, we're not getting any educational questions. There's nothing that's really happening. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. And I'll catch you out tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.